Well, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whichever part of the world you're joining me from. Uh, Welcome to week 3 of Badge of the Week initiative. Uh, this week, we'll be covering chatbots or Watson Assistant, earlier called Watson Conversation. And there's a ton of stuff that I'm trying to cover in this session. This would be a bit longer session compared to the last week when it was like 5-10 minutes. This is going to be much longer. I would take around 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to cover I have a lot of call to actions to cover and the courses that I would be covering, and I will give a brief overview of the course and stuff. And I will then showcase the video that I recorded last year as a part of my Novels Hour of Code with Ria Roy. She is a developer advocate at IBM Bangalore, and we recorded a video last year on chatbots. So I will put that video after this call to action, and then you can watch her as she shows how to create a travel bot using Watson Conversation Service or Watson Assistant. So let's get started. Let me start by sharing my screen. So this is the catalog, as you would be very much aware of. To get to this catalog, just write console.bluemix.net, and it would open a page that would have all the IBM services listed there. So something like this. On this catalog, where do you find your Watson Assistant or Watson Conversation services? Just scroll down here, click on Watson, and the first option, this is the one which we are going to talk about. If you click on this, it would open a page like this, and this would have your region and organization and space, and you can then go ahead and create a free account and a free service here. And it would have 5 workspaces. You can have up to 100 intents and entities. You'll get to know more about what are workspaces, what are intents, what are entities, what are dialogues and stuff in the second part of this video. So just click on create and the service will be up, and you can then start creating and curating the content. The course that links to this is Chatbots and Watson. Let's talk about National Park. And how do you find this course? Just search for Watson Chatbot course Developer Works on Google. The first result that comes up is the course which we are talking about. This course is also listed on our IBM Developer Works badges. So if you want to go through the same badges page, which I show in every session, click on this badge and you would get a list of all the different badges that are currently on offer. Let's wait a bit. Cool. So this is the page that I often show in my Badge of the Week initiative videos. We have already covered blockchain essentials in week 1, Bluemix essentials in week 2, and this is the badge we are covering today. If you click on this, this is the badge that you would get after you complete this course. So again, it's a pretty simple and much more hands-on course. There's a little bit of fundamentals of what is a chatbot, how you can use it. There are some learning objectives here, and then you jump into the lab and you create a conversation instance. A little bit about intents, how do you create and or import intents, entities, and dialogue. And finally, you can host it or integrate a weather service with the bot as well. So this is a quick take on the Developer Works badge for chatbot. This is let's talk about National Park. That's what it's called. What I want to quickly jump into is that there are many more similar courses on chatbot that you may want to explore. And my team was very enthusiastic about this when I mentioned that should I cover other badges or other courses as well, and they were unanimously said yes, we should. So let me show you the first one. This is another Watson chatbot course that you can do on edX. It's called How to Build Chatbots and Make Money. It has been recently launched. You can make 10 chatbots for no charge, and it's being taught by Antonio. I think it's a good course for you to, and it's a self-paced course, so you can take your time and do that, do this course. So this is one course on edX. How do you find it? Just go here and search for chatbot and edX. Usually the first search result is the course, how to build chatbot and make money. There's a similar course on Coursera where you can make Watson chatbots. It's called how to build a chatbot without coding. So you can do this course as well by Antonio. And it's again a 3-week course. It's a very beginner level course. It would be good fun for you to try it out. So how do you find this chatbot or this link? Is again, you go back to a Google and just put chatbot and Coursera. And usually the first result is the course. There's another course or a course on getting acquainted with chatbots on cognitiveClass.ai and build your own chatbot. And then there is the entire, you click on this and it will take it ahead for you. So this is the third one. First is edX, second is Coursera, the third one is on Cognitive Class. There's a fourth one, which is on Watson Academy. So how do you find this? Again, just Google and stuff and write Watson Academy, and you would get, this is the course, Watson Academy AI Assistant. So it would have a set of video content for each service or each level of details. So you can start with the first one. This is available for both IBMers as well as external audience. So IBMers would have to log in with your IBM.com email address to get credits for the hours you spent doing this course. Start with designing conversational solutions. There's some Watson Assistant Foundations. There's Watson Conversation Service Foundations. All three. So these three are again hosted on Watson Academy. This is the fourth place that you can do or you can start learning about chatbots and how to make them. There's a fifth place that you may want to explore, and it's called Chatbots for Good. It's a 3-hour self-paced free course that you can start, and you can learn how to make an empathetic chatbot, a compassionate chatbot, and you can learn here as well. There's some design thinking part here. There's art of conversation covered here. How do you create a chatbot? Then it talks about science of tone and emotions. And so it's another good place. So this is the fifth place where you can. So let me give a quick recap in case if I'm going a bit too fast here. So the very first place is here where you can make a chatbot and talk about national parks. This is the first one. And the course is here. It's called Chatbots and Watson. Let me bring it here for you, the continuity's sake. This is the first one. The second one is on edX, how to build chatbots and make money. The third one is on Coursera, and this is how to build a chatbot without coding. The fourth one is on cognitiveClass.ai. It will help you how to build your own chatbot here. The fifth one, I know there are too many here. A lot of good stuff for you to choose from. So, so you can choose from watsonacademy.info here. So there are 3 learning paths or courses, as you may want to say, for you to cover here. And so it's, whoa, I'm lost for number. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. And there's 6th one, which is Chatbots for Good, Introduction to Empathetic Chatbots. So there are 6 chatbots courses, and there is some more. So there is another area or another place where you can learn about the entire Watson suite in one go. There's a course on Redbooks. Redbooks are again hosted on IBM, and these are a good deep dive into each Watson services. The course is called Zero to Cognitive. It's an IBM Redbooks video course, as I have shown here. And in this course, you would cover a lot of different Watson APIs. So you would learn about natural language classifiers, custom dialogue. What I want you to do is to jump to chapter 10. which is about Watson conversations. And when you click on here, it would start the content for Watson conversation here. So let's start counting again. So you start with 1, which is Chatbots and Watson. Let's talk about national parks. Then you go 2 on edX, 3 on Coursera, 4 on Cognitive Class, 5 on Watson Academy, 6 is called Chatbots for Good, and 7, which is on Redbooks. These are the places where you can learn how to make chatbots or understand the fundamentals of dialogue, intents, and entities. If you have any other confusion, please, the Watson Developer Cloud WDC Slack group is open for you to ask any question, or you can post your queries on Developer Works forum, where a lot of people would be happy to answer your questions. Finally, a couple of announcements about Watson Conversation becoming Watson Assistant. So there is a page here which gives you an introduction to Watson Assistant, which is a new name for Watson Conversation. If you go to dashboard, you would see it's mentioned Watson Assistant, formerly Conversation. So what are the changes? So my favorite change here is that it prevents digression. So it allows you to come back. So if you turn it on, allow digressions while slot filling, it would allow the conversation to go away from the main topic, or it can bring the prompt back to the main topic. So digressions is a new addition here. Then there are content catalogs. There's a search option. There's a ton of new features which have been added. I'll put a link to this right up for you to read, so that you can understand if there are any differences, or if you have any questions regarding how Watson Conversation has changed into Watson Assistant, and what are the different new features. So this is the news, or this is the announcement that I wanted to make. The announcement is there are new features for you to try out. If you have been using Conversation or Chatbot before, do try out these features. And then after this, my call to action gets over, I will attach a video where I and Ria talk about how to make chatbots. But before that, there are a couple of call to actions which I've written down here, and let me start reading them. So if you are participating in Call for Code, thank you. Keep going. If you are not, or if you want to know more about Call for Code,